Hello. There were winners and losers when it came to the weather story on Thursday. For parts of northwest England and Wales in particular, we had blue sky and sunshine, even some January warmth with a high of 14 degrees. But it was a different story across the Midlands. We had quite a lot of fog in the morning. That lifted to low grey cloud. The misty conditions lingered. And for parts of Hereford and Worcestershire, well, temperatures only climbed just up to 4 Celsius.
Good morning to you. Yes, for some of you it's been a bit meh recently, hasn't it? Lots of grey cloud, but for others, beautiful blue skies. Where you saw the sunshine last night will be a frosty morning this morning. And over the coming few days, get ready for it turning a little bit chillier at times and the return of more widespread dense fog. But as I said, out there this morning, we have some big contrasts in temperatures, depending on whether you saw the sunshine or the cloud, where we had the clearer skies overnight, down to -2 on the borders of England and Wales at Leinster. Not much above that across other parts of northern England. But to north of Scotland, strong winds, areas of cloud and a little bit of rain at times has meant temperatures for some starting in the lower teens. Good morning, both.
Beautiful looking picture.
Asked earlier about something spectacular in our skies. I have found something for you.
Oh, thanks.
As well. Look at this. This is lenticular cloud. Layers of cloud formed by the wind bouncing over the hills and those cloud forming pancake shapes. And you could actually see some more of those today in parts of Scotland, especially in the north. Very good morning to you. Yeah, doesn't it look spectacular? But yes, you could get that again today as the wind picks up across northern Scotland once again.
Look at that, Matt. I'm glad it says last weekend.
Yeah, that's not today.
Yeah, we've been chatting about how it's been chopping and changing, haven't we? And 2 satellite pictures to show you exactly the impact that's had. This was last weekend, the extent of snowfall right across much of northern England. This is northern England, so there we've got the Vale of York, the Pennines, we've got the Lake District as well. Bit of snow from Fylde all the way through towards Manchester. Let's fast forward to yesterday now, just to see the difference, and it's quite a marked difference as well. Same sort of clear skies, but the snow has all gone, except for just on the very tops of the Lake District. So that's the big impact the temperatures have had. It is going to get colder this weekend again, but no snowfall compared to what we saw last weekend. Now, the reason it's going to get colder is if you look across Europe this morning, you see the blue colours, a widespread frost to start the day. Now, under an area of high pressure, it's not moving a great deal. It'll shift a little bit further east, and because the winds go clockwise around areas of high pressure, the cold air that's sitting across central parts of Europe will start to nudge its way towards us. This area of blue you can see here just starting to push its way up as we go into the weekend. So expect to see temperatures drop, more widespread nighttime frosts, and by day some will struggle to get above freezing. Space. I've got something otherworldly for you behind me. Lenticular clouds, they are called. Almost look like spaceships, pancake clouds. This one was captured in County Durham. Got another one as well from County Durham. This one even more spectacular, really capturing that rising sun. It does look really strange when you see them, but there could be more around today in parts of northern England and Scotland in particular. It's caused by winds bouncing over the hills when you've got certain stability in the air as well. So an area of high pressure very close by, and that's what is going to happen.
And that looks pretty nice to wake up to this morning.
Beautiful, isn't it? Yes, across Wales, 14 degrees yesterday, but this morning, bit of a frost for some, but it has meant for a beautiful start. As you can see here in Brecon, in the southeast of Wales, you'll see a little bit of sunshine here, but not as much sun around as some of you saw through yesterday.
It's been quite a nice sunrise for some, I think, today.
It has, after a beautiful blue sky day across some areas, but this morning, a bit more cloud around, certainly a bit more cloud to take us into the weekend. And quite a misty start for some. As you can see here, this beautiful shot here from our weather watch in Birmingham.
Sarah, thanks. Really quiet weather picture at the moment, but a beautiful sunrise here in Northern Ireland this morning. And we've had some interesting cloud formations as well, taken across northern England and Scotland. Lenticular cloud. They look a little bit like flying saucers, and it's all because of the atmospheric setup. We've got high pressure, which is like a lid on the atmosphere. So as the air rises over the mountains, it's forced down by that lid, and we get atmospheric waves forming.
Hello there, good afternoon. Well, we're still with this rather stagnant weather scenario with a lot of cloud around. And for the rest of this afternoon too, it does stay largely cloudy but dry out there.
Hello there. Very good evening to you. Yes, today seen quite a bit of cloud across much of the capital. Cloudy skies a bit like this, and there has been a little bit of brightness here and there, although for most of us today it's been rather dull. Then as we leave Saturday and go into Sunday, the area of high pressure still just about with us, pulling in the colder air from northern France, and there will be a little bit more brightness developing into the afternoon on Sunday too. But for the weekend it does stay fairly quiet, a few bright spells here and there, but into next week it could turn unsettled. Take care.
Good evening to you. Not much to talk about on the weather front. It's going to remain pretty samey and benign for the weekend. Good evening to you. It's been another chilly day today, and if anything, it's going to be a little bit colder over the weekend. Iconic central London building behind me. You can just make out a few holes in the cloud there, but it was generally cloudy and pretty cool again.
How's it looking this weekend then?
It's looking settled, mostly dry, but also quite surprising.
OK.
Love a surprising bit of weather. Yes, in theory, we've all got the same weather this weekend. But if there's one thing that we know about the British weather, there's always a sort of interesting, delicious little meteorological nugget to nibble on. And that's certainly what we've got for this weekend. Over the next 24 hours, we've got high pressure to the east, low pressure to the west. Everyone's in this southerly wind. But look at the temperature contrast. You can see the yellows, it's mild, and the blues, it's cold. And in fact, we can really see the contrast in that. There's that 10-degree temperature contrast that I get so excited about, and it's because the southerly wind, which is affecting everyone across these western areas, it's coming in off a relatively mild sea track, and towards the central southeastern parts it comes in from the near continent, which is very cold, and that is quite unusually giving us that real contrast in temperatures, despite the fact we're all in the same weather. So that's for this weekend. Things get pretty spicy as we look towards the end of next week. This is quite deep science, so I'm going to try and explain this as carefully as I can. Here is the US. Forgive me if I say the UK, I'm so used to saying it. But here is the US, as you can see. We've got the very cold air, unusually cold, moving unusually far south over the next few days. This is already in motion. Look at the contrast here. And we are expecting that to supercharge the jet stream. It's the contrast between the air masses that supercharges the jet stream. Now, all of this, the track of the jet stream over the next few days, all of that's quite normal. What's unusual here is the strength of that jet stream. We very rarely see it so strong. Now, the fact that it splits here, this is all quite normal as well. But by the time we get to the middle of next week, what we're expecting to see is this left-hand exit from the jet stream to start creating very deep areas of low pressure. Now, potentially, that could give us some stormy conditions for the end of next week, and we are going to be keeping a very close eye on that. We're feeling a little bit twitchy, but it's definitely one to watch. But that's the deep science. Let's get now to the forecast for the weekend. So it is a smorgasbord of delicious meteorological nuggets for this weekend. As you can see, it's mostly dry, it's rather cloudy. It is going to be feeling cold for many across central southeastern parts, particularly with some frost and fog. I admit to being a geek, and I'm just trying to draw everyone into my gang.
And we love you for it. Becky, thanks very much.